everybody. It's 8:30 and that means it's time for us to gather in the war room. Cocktails in the war room every night at 8:30 right here on the Mistress Carrie Facebook page. I'm Mistress Carrie and tonight we agreed would be a Mocktail Monday. So tonight it is Mocktails in the war room. And tonight we are letting our livers breathe a little bit. We are showing support for those of us or those that hang out in the war room that are non-drinkers, that are in recovery or just are choosing for health reasons or whatever not to drink. And so this is our way of making sure that we are including everybody and also to give people that do drink a chance to recover. Much like the ozone layer needed to recover from the 80s, our livers need to recover from being locked in the house, and also because tomorrow is Cinco de Mayo, and so we will be partaking in some fantastic margaritas, which means tonight we're going to give our livers a break. I have chosen to have some locally made Polar Seltzer. I prefer the lime one. That's my favorite. But they're all pretty fantastic. So Trisha says creamsicle soda tonight. There you go. Thank you, Trisha. What's going on, Heather? Hey, Walter. Welcome to Mocktails in the War Room, and may the 4th be with you. Today, I saw a Jedi directing traffic. Totally happened. So may the 4th be with you. All of my fellow Star Wars nerds. You've got many movies that you can watch to commemorate today. Maybe that's what you've been doing all day today. Nice day today, not as warm as yesterday, at least here in the Commonwealth, but it's nice to have the sun out. It's nice to be able to go outside with the dogs and kind of absorb some of that vitamin D. Water tonight for Ashton, that's fantastic. Jim says, I mailed you a card and it was returned. What post office box address? The post office box where you can send Mistress Carrie mail is 1086, P.O. Box 1086, Leominster, Leominster, Massachusetts 01453. So let me know if, Jim, let me know if that's what you put down, P.O. Box 1086, Leominster, Mass. 01453. Let me know if you got the address wrong or if they returned it for no reason, because I know I'm getting mail at the new post office box. Wegmans brand cherry pomegranate seltzer, says Ron. That's fantastic. Straight up Coca-Cola, says Carol. Eric obviously not joining us for the mocktails, enjoying a PBR. Hello, Hillary. Derek says just good old H2O tonight. Water in a Star Wars glass, says Will. That is fantastic. Watch 3 Star Wars movies today, says Tom. There you go. Perfect way to celebrate. Ooh, May the 4th. Wow, I got some serious static going on with the hair tonight. I thought there was like something on my head. And no, it's just I have, as I've said before, my boyfriend calls it crazy Carrie hair. I have crazy Carrie hair right now. Ben says, I went scuba diving today. It was great. And I also listened to Tree. That is awesome. That is fantastic local bands that we spent many a night with in many a clubs. Let's see. Rick says, I have a PBR too. You don't have to partake in Mocktail Monday if you don't want, but Teddy is with a Diet Coke. That's fantastic. Let's see. Brianna says, anyone near Attleboro area, Bandito's restaurant is doing a 5 de Mayo package meal for $35, and it comes with I'm assuming half a gallon of margaritas. I can't read the rest of your message, Brianna, but if you are around the Attleboro area, check out Brianna's comment. Jeff says a diet ginger ale, water for Kim, water for Kevin, Sam Adams for Christian. I ain't drinking either, says Tom. Well, you don't have to. There's water in Corona, says William. Look, I am not someone that used to drink all the time because it's really hard when you're on the radio and drinking to not say fuck. So I didn't drink when I was in the studio on the radio. I did every now and again, may or may not have done that when we were in there, locked in there for a blizzard. But I was just always really careful about drinking because I didn't want to swear. But also, I wasn't somebody that drank all the time. I've drank more in the last 52 days hanging out with you guys in the war room than I have in a long time. So, ooh, Kimberly's going all highfalutin. Chai with blueberry, lavender, soy milk over here. Well, hello. What's going on, Jay? Hope the family's healthy. You guys are doing okay. Shirley Temple with green cherry, says Monica. I'm drinking Polar Seltzer Blood Orange Sangria. That's fantastic. Mocktail Monday, says Eric. Did you get Chewbacca? Do you think Chewbacca gets boners or red rockets? We may never know the answer to this mystery. Those are the kind of texts and comments that I get from Mike, super producer Mike from Afghanistan. So just imagine what it was like to be in a war zone with him for almost 3 weeks if he's asking me about Chewbacca's boner. I'm just saying. Norm says, I walked 2.5 miles today. Not bad for an arthritic old man. Not bad at all. Why are all the signs on your wall reversed, says John. John, in order for me to read you guys' comments as I'm on, I have to use the selfie camera. And the selfie camera reverses all the signs. So I'm not crazy and hung a bunch of signs backwards on my wall. But I could turn the camera around and everything would be right side straight, but then I wouldn't be able to read and interact with all of your comments. So that's why everything is backwards. So I apologize. Jim, it looks like you got the right address, P.O. Box 1086. Let's see. Unsweetened iced tea for Patty. Let's see. Ralph says, can you give out the post office box and zip again? Yes, P.O. Box 1086, Leominster, Leominster, Mass. 01453 is the zip code if you guys need to find me. Rick says, only 86 casualties today, less than 100, getting a little better. Rick, let me read you some other numbers. There were 1,000 new cases, which is down. There are currently 908 people in the ICU in Massachusetts. There have been a total of 4,090 fatalities from the virus. And right now in Massachusetts, there are currently 3,539 people in the hospital. So that's good. You know what's crazy is that fatalities on the highway in April in Massachusetts doubled. 28 people died in Massachusetts on the highway just in April alone, with way less traffic. So obviously people are either driving faster or the people that are on the road, I don't know if they're tied to alcohol consumption. I don't know exactly what all of the stats are, but that is shocking that 28 people died in April in motor vehicle accidents. So obviously Mass DOT, Mass Highway are asking people to just obviously be careful and follow the speed limit, because that was just a shocking number to me. I couldn't believe it was that many. Kathy says, Polar Lemon Lime, decaf chai over here, says Sandy, Diet Dew and a bowl, says Bob. Beer is 90% water, according to Chris, so he's taking at least 90%. May the 4th be with you as well, Roberto. I'm having tequila 1800. Does that count? No, Charlie, you're definitely doing Mocktail Monday wrong. Having a Manhattan tonight, doing Temple Tuesday due to blood work on Wednesday. So Mickey, you owe me a mocktail tomorrow night. No margaritas for you. Brenda says, I'm so sad. I was supposed to be on a cruise this week with my daughter in Cannes celebrating her birthday. I am so sorry. That sucks. I know that there are so many vacations that are getting canceled. Hopefully the cruise company is working with you about either rescheduling or getting you a refund. Lisa says Coke Zero. Leo says 1 part iced tea, 5 parts vodka. Definitely not a mocktail if you're doing it wrong. Are you saying that we are making you drink, says Will? I'm saying that you guys, if we're going to call this cocktails in the war room, there's a certain amount of pressure to have a cocktail. Obviously with the heightened stress, not only of being laid off, but also with the virus and all of us hanging out and you guys talking about all of the drinks, yes, there's a little bit more pressure to drink. And Eric says, 52 days, holy fuck. That's how long we've been doing cocktails in the War Room. March 14th was our first night hanging out together in here, and we've done it every night at 8:30 since. So tonight is 52 nights in a row. So I don't know if they give like awards or plaques or like something for consecutive days doing a live Facebook show in the middle of a global pandemic. I mean, I know it's a pretty specific award to try and win, but Marcy says soda and water, can't drink any more health stuff. Well, Marcy, that's exactly why we're doing mocktails in the War Room tonight. Mocktail Monday is for people like you that can't drink, but we want you to belong with the rest of us. So here you are. Let's see. Thank you guys for reposting my P.O. Box address. I appreciate that. Blueberry Cobbler to everyone else. So Kevin says, we're bad influence, Mistress Carrie. Yeah, Kevin, I think you are. You guys have accused me of being a bad influence for many, many years, and right back at you. P.O. Box 1086. Couldn't find a pen. Yes, P.O. Box 1086 in Leominster, 01453. Let's see. Eric says, saw my oldest daughter for supper. That made my day. The quality family time is hugely important. And if you're able to spend some time with family, even if you got to social distance it, hang around by a fire, out on the front porch, whatever it is, taking the time to spend time with your family is not just important, but I just feel like it makes you feel better. I'm on a group message thread with all of my cousins, and we just send each other stupid memes throughout the day, and it's just really nice to kind of randomly hear from people. Becky says, finally got groceries today. It was scary. It's really weird. Being in line at the bank with everyone wearing masks. Normally, if someone walked into a bank wearing a mask, like the guard would have jumped on them. Everybody else would have run screaming. I mean, that's the kind of thing you see in a movie. But right now, everyone at the bank is wearing masks. And it's weird. Marcy, what are you talking about? I don't know. How are you not P.O. Box 1073, says Eric. Do you not think I tried to get that? Trust me, I tried. It wasn't available. That's why you got to get a tablet to read comments, says Judy. Listen, I'm working on a lot of stuff here, okay? I lost my radio station. There's a pandemic. Tom Brady's in Tampa Bay with Gronk. I got a lot going on, so I don't need you guys giving me crap because I got to use a selfie camera to hang out with you in the War Room because the posters are backwards. Just give me a break. I don't need the stress. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Carrie, what kind of, I'm assuming you mean Pez dispensers, David. Your comment says pee dispensers. What kind am I looking for? I'm not really looking for any Pez dispensers in particular. Yes, I still collect them. I think I have around 400 or so. I have a lot of the Halloween ones. I have a lot of the Star Wars ones. I got a pretty good amount of Christmas ones. But a lot of the newer ones that have come out, like the new Disney licensed ones, a lot of the more modern characters, cartoon characters and stuff I don't have. But if you want to send me Pez dispensers, you go right on ahead because I love Pez. And usually what I do is that if people give me the individual packets with the dispenser and the candy, if I already have that one, I won't open it. And then I give them to kids. We used to have kids come into the radio station all the time, and I would always make sure that they got Pez, or I'd give them out to trick-or-treaters or whatever. So go ahead and send me Pez dispensers if you want. Rick says everyone is so stressed out. I know. That's why meeting here in the War Room, like, it gives us a chance to unwind, hang out with like-minded people, talk about our day, talk about some of the funny stuff that's going on in the world. We also have to talk about some of the serious stuff as well. Monica says, went grocery shopping and the meat department was almost cleared out. I know there's a lot of people because of the, sorry, I touched my face, because of like the Tyson food processing plants and stuff. They've had the virus just sweep through them. And so I think a lot of people are starting to get nervous that there are going to be meat shortages. which is a great time for you to seek out, rather than going to the supermarkets, try to find a local butcher shop or a local farm, like a dairy farm or someplace that also you can maybe get into a meat share and you could buy like a quarter of a cow or a half a cow or something. There are a lot of local farmers. Their meat might be a little bit more expensive, but you know where your food's coming from, and you're also supporting people in your community. So if you're not finding what you're looking for at the supermarket, try to see if you can find a farm nearby or some kind of a meat share, and you might be able to get what you're looking for that way, and I guarantee you that the quality of the meat is going to be better. Let's see. Sorry, I'm behind in the comments. You guys, a lot of you guys are talking about how crazy people are driving on the road. Sheila says, I guess the new speed limit on the Mass Pike is 90. I mean, there are people that are driving like crazy right now just because there's nobody on the roads. And there are a lot of people. Oh, I gotta tell you guys, I got my motorcycle back today. I was gonna warn you guys that there's a lot of people out on motorcycles now because the weather's getting nicer. The road salt and the sand is cleared from all the rain we had. And it's a great way to go out and kind of do something social and still be able to social distance. So start looking out for the motorcycles if you haven't already, because they are definitely out there. And I am so excited because I got my motorcycle back. So excited. It is as clean as it's going to be all season. It's in the garage with the cover on it, ready to go. It's beautiful. Happy 52 days in the war room, says Lori. Thank you very much. Wow, I'm really behind in the comments. I apologize. Let's see. Tony just says murder hornets. Ugh. The more things I see about the friggin' murder hornets, I can't even handle it. Becky says, love the tripod. I do too. The tripod helps me so much. Not only does it just hold the camera still, it gives me better lighting as well, but I got two hands now, so I can do all of the hand stuff, which is fantastic. Ralph, I was going to talk about this. They closed the Walmart in Quincy because 11 of the employees tested positive and one of them died. So again, to all of the retail workers, all of the essential workers that are out there at the drugstores and the supermarkets, you guys are helping to keep the rest of us home, but please be careful. Please take all of the precautions you can. And to everybody else that's going into the stores, be as respectful as you can to the people that are working in these stores. They're not getting rich working at the supermarket. And they're going there because they want to work and they want to help everyone. And being rude to them because you can't find what you're looking for, or, you know, yelling at, I mean, listen to this. A security guard in Detroit got shot and killed at the Family Dollar store for telling someone that came into the store that they needed to wear a mask because that's what they're requiring in the state. So the people that are working in these stores not only are taking their life in their hand because they're getting exposed to a higher viral load, being exposed to the general public, but there are also people, you talk about the stress level, that are just wandering around thinking that this is like Mad Max and you're just going to shoot someone at the Family Dollar for telling you to wear a mask. Everybody take a deep breath. Wear your mask. Wash your hands. Be nice to the people in the stores. Like, let's just all calm down a little bit. I read that today and I was just like, oh my God. All right, I'm trying to catch up on the comments, guys. Farmers markets as well, Sarah says. Michael says, yeah, there were 950 people at the Tyson food processing factory that tested positive. Market Basket is like the mafia of food. They have everything, says Judy. Can you imagine that just a few short years ago, they were trying to kick out the CEO of Market Basket, and now look at what's going on. It's just crazy. Blood Farm is still open in Groton, says Joe. That's what I'm talking about. Local farmers, local beef cattle. There are a lot of local butcher shops that you may not shop in all the time because they're more expensive, but the quality of the meat is better, and usually they're getting it from more family-owned farmers that are more local. And I think you're just going to get better meat from there, and you're also going to be supporting local farmers and local businesses. So try to do that if you can. Paul wants to know what I ride. So I have the same motorcycle I've always had. It was brand new when I bought it. I have a 100th anniversary Harley Davidson Softail Deuce. I've redone the bike from top to bottom, customized it to make it look exactly the way I want it to look. It's the same bike that I crashed on in 2015. Redid the bike. Still love it. Still a little bit nervous to get on it. I'm going to have to ease into getting back on the bike this year, but definitely planning on getting out on the road very, very soon. There's a whole album of my motorcycle on this Facebook page. Go through my photo albums, and there's one that says motorcycle, and you guys can see the progression of what my bike has gone through. You can see the damage from the accident, how it got fixed. So it's all up there if you want to check it out. It says property of Mistress Carrie on the gas tank. It's black with purple flames. It's got a skull on the side. I love my motorcycle. It says "Let's Roll" on the back, which is the quote from Todd Beamer, who was one of the people that helped to take over the plane in Shanksville, Pennsylvania on 9/11. So that's why that quote is on the rear bumper. Melissa says, TMZ posted a video of a murder hornet that killed a mouse. What the fuck? That's what I'm talking about. It's so scary, I can't even watch it. Today is International Firefighter Day. Norm, I didn't know that. I was a first lieutenant in the Greenville Township Volunteer Fire Department. Thank you very much, Norm. So we want to cheers, even with our mocktails, to all of the firefighters, not only the ones that are currently working, all of the military firefighters as well, and all of the retired firefighters for everything that you guys do. You are heroes every day, and you have saved countless lives, not just running into burning buildings, but just always being at the ready. We talk about my motorcycle accident in 2015. I crashed coming back from Mount Greylock the Friday of Labor Day weekend, and I crashed in Irving on Route 2, and two people stopped to help me, and they were firefighters, but they were off duty. I never found out who they were. It took me, I think, over a year, and then one of them ended up running up next to me during the Run to Home Base 9K, and they were Greenfield firefighters that were off duty coming back from training. So as soon as I found out who they were, I reached out to the chief of the fire department, and we submitted them for awards. And when the mayor of Greenfield presented those awards, they did it on the local cable access show live, and they invited me to come out and be part of the awards presentation. And they were the ones that kept me calm. They kept me still. They were just fantastic. They controlled the scene until the Orange Fire Department showed up with the ambulance. And so I had two firefighters from Orange that were also there that they were really sweet. I mean, I had my hair up, and, you know, the guys from Orange kind of recognized who I was. There was a crowd of people on the Friday afternoon of Labor Day weekend that were gathered on the highway because it stopped traffic in both directions. And they were afraid that if they cut my clothes off in the way that they normally would at an accident scene, that people were going to take pictures knowing that it was me. And they just, they were so professional and so sweet and so caring. They knew that I was okay, that I was lucid, I wasn't concussed. They let me take a selfie in the back of the ambulance, but they just took the most amazing care of me. And so it was two Greenfield firefighters and two Orange firefighters that were there for me on my worst day, one of my worst days. Two of them were off duty. Two of them were in uniform. It just, when I talk about the firefighters, you know, I was raised by a career firefighter. My godfather was a career firefighter. I have countless friends, especially military friends, that took advantage of the veterans preference with civil service. And there are so many of our veterans now that are serving on fire departments all over the state, all over New England, all over the United States. And you should sleep better at night knowing that they are protecting you at all hours of the night, because I definitely do. So, let's see. I am trying to catch up. I apologize. I'm so far behind with the comments right now. Ray says in Leominster Central Street Meat Market, which I have heard is a fantastic butcher shop. I have not been there yet, but those are the kind of businesses, especially with your stimulus money, that's going to make the biggest impact, because they're locally owned businesses and they're probably getting their meat from local farmers and ranchers. And, you know, that's really how the trickle down and the dominoes are going to fall when it comes to trying to take care of our economy, is, you know, giving it to local businesses. So do the best you can there. Cheers to the firefighter, says Rick. Jared says, of course, there's purple on the tank. Of course, come on. Now, just so you guys know, I did not dye the hair to match the bike. I actually went to the guys that painted my bike and said, can you paint it with flames this color? I don't know if anybody's ever used their hair color as a swatch for paint, but that's what I did. So thank you guys for all of the comments about the motorcycle accident. I'm doing just fine. I hear Wednesday, says Diva. Yeah, let me see if I can coax her. You know what I did? I brought the fucking Stingray. Wednesday, do you want to come here and get the Stingray? Oh, she's coming. This thing is like unbelievable. Come here. Do you want to come up and play with the Stingray? Come here and say hi to everybody. Come on. All right, I'm leaving it over there on the couch because it's like baiting her. Come on. Come on. Come here. She doesn't like the fact that I'm like baiting the hook. She's looking at me with suspicion right now. Come on, Wednesday. Come here. She's like, why are you trying to coax me to come over there? I know, Renee, the fucking Stingray. She loves this thing. My dog is triggered, says ML. Do you want the Stingray? Come here. All right, I put it up there. I'm trying to get her to come up and... I don't think she... Can you guys see? Hold on, let me move this thing. See, her balloon is still over there? And I think she's afraid to jump. Oh, here she comes. Say hi, Wednesday. Come here. Come here, say hi. Just say hi for a minute. Say hi, everybody. What are you guys doing? Hello. Say hello. Yeah, she just noticed the balloon is gone. It's down there. It's still in the war room, but it's not where it was. What are you doing, Wednesday? Do you want to say hi to everybody? No, she just wants to eat the Stingray. Do you want to sit on my lap and just hang out with us for a while? You could have cocktails with us tonight because there are mocktails in the war room tonight, huh? You hear her making all of her little noises. I'm going to scratch her butt. She's like... Hey, you want to go get it? Bring it back over here. That thing is so crinkly. I'm sorry, like my hair is driving me crazy right now. It's like doing all kinds of weird things, and it's... Here we go with the Stingray. Where is Zero? I don't know where she is, but they need another play date. Love the shirt. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys this Godsmack shirt. This is the first Godsmack shirt I ever got. What do you have? Do you want to play tug of war? She's playing hard to get with the Stingray, but she wants me to throw it again. This is the first Godsmack shirt I ever got. It says, pleasure is caused by pain, all wound up on the back, which is the name of the original Godsmack demo before they got their record deal. That demo they recorded for, I think, $2,600. And that's the same recording that ended up being the debut Godsmack album. But this is old school. I saved it. It's very, very old, but I love it. So Ron says, I did 33 years on the Marlboro Fire Department, retired as a deputy chief. My son is on the job and on duty tonight in Marlboro. Well, thank you very much, Ron, not only for you, but for continuing the tradition in your family of service. And everyone in Marlboro should sleep a little bit better knowing that your family's on the job. Did you see the potato farmer that put word out that they couldn't sell potatoes? And people in town, hundreds of cars showed up. I can't read the rest of the comment, but there was a potato farmer. They had 2 million surplus potatoes, and they just told people to come and take them. The pile of potatoes was freaking massive. Carrie, nice nose in those pictures, says Tom. Oh, all of the pictures after my accident. Yeah, which is why I always wear a helmet now when I'm on a motorcycle. I encourage you to wear a helmet. I know that there are states where you don't have to. I'm not going to tell you what to do. All I can tell you is that the day I crashed my bike, I had riding boots on. I had real denim jeans on, not those stretchy jeans that girls wear because that has elastic in it, which can melt. But I had real denim jeans on. I had gloves, leather gloves, a leather riding jacket that has armor in the elbows and down the spine. And I had riding goggles on, shatterproof goggles, and a DOT helmet. It wasn't a full face, but I had a DOT helmet on. And the paramedics on the scene told me that the gear saved my life, that the scratches on my helmet, the way that my bike slid, how I did hit the highway, that I wouldn't be here if I didn't have all that equipment on. And so that's why I tell people, you know, I can only tell you from personal experience. I will tell you that within a couple of months of me getting back to work and really encouraging people, actually, no, I think it was the next summer, really encouraging people to wear helmets, I got an email from someone that said they normally rode as a couple without helmets on the motorcycle, 2 people on the same bike, and the wife riding on the back heard me talking about my accident and encouraged her husband to go out and buy DOT helmets. And like 3 weeks later, they got into an accident and the helmet saved their lives. That's what the paramedics told them as well. And they sent me this really long email. I read it on the air a few years ago, how they were thanking me for encouraging people to wear helmets because for some reason they just, it hit them that the message got through to them and they bought the helmets and then they ended up getting into an accident. Becky says, dress ready for a crash. I mean, there are 2 schools when it comes to bikers. There are the ones that are just like, I'm either too good of a rider to get into an accident, or if I crash, I crash. There are some people that are like that. With me, the accident scared the crap out of me. I haven't ridden the same way on my motorcycle. And I just haven't gone through the painful surgeries. I still have nightmares about the crash. Sometimes it really stresses me out. I still am very stressed when I ride. So I don't find it as relaxing as I used to since the accident, but I'm the kind of person that I'm not going to quit doing it because then I'm going to let the fear get the best of me. So I'm still riding, but I can't honestly say that I ride the same way. I don't ride as much, and I definitely don't enjoy it the way that I used to. And I'm hoping that if I just keep doing it, that eventually that joy and love will come back and the stress will go away. But it's very stressful. And the accident, even though it was, 4.5 years ago, is still kind of right there for me sometimes. So Jen says, my husband says, dress for the slide, not for the ride. Like I said, there are a lot of bikers that are like, I'm not wearing a helmet. Helmet laws suck. Don't tell me what to do. You can do what you want. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just telling you that I took a lot of great advice when I first started riding, and I spent the money on the expensive safety equipment. Good leather gloves, a really good jacket, a good helmet, good goggles, and I always wear riding boots. I see people riding in sneakers or sandals, and I'm just like, oh my God. Because if you saw now I crashed doing I don't know, I think 20, 25 miles an hour. I wasn't even going that fast because it was in Irving, single lane, part of Route 2 on the Friday afternoon of Labor Day weekend. Like, I was not going that fast. And if you could see, and I still wear the same jacket because it's all scuffed up and it's got blood stains on it. But if you could see the boots and how they scuffed and how the jacket scuffed, that would all be skin missing. The only scar I have is a little scar right here from the accident. And then I have some scars that are basically invisible from the plastic surgery that it took to put my face back together. But again, I'm not preaching. You ride the way you want. All I can tell you is that the gear saved my life, and I will always wear it from now on. I don't care how hot it is. You will see me in a riding jacket, even in the middle of the summer. All right, I want to talk to you guys about a few more things, and then I'm going to go enjoy the rest of May the 4th. The city of Weymouth has canceled their July 4th celebration that was supposed to take place on July 3rd. A shopper in San Diego wore a KKK mask. They say it was a middle-aged man, wore it to the supermarket. Can we just not? I know you're supposed to cover your face, but a KKK hood, it's just a bad look, I'm just saying. Check this out. Nicolas Cage has been tapped to play Joe Exotic in a scripted Tiger King show on television. It's happening. The end of the world is here. Just ride off into the sunset because there is going to be a Tiger King television show and Nicolas Cage is going to play Joe Exotic. If today is your birthday, cheers to you. We always cheers to people celebrating their birthday because they can't have a birthday party while we're social distancing. You are celebrating your birthday with Dick Dale, the king of the surf guitar, Nicholas Ashford from Ashford and Simpson, Mick Mars, Randy Travis, Mike Dirnt from Green Day, and Lance Bass from NSYNC. Those are the people that you share your birthday with. So you share it with Mick Mars, badass heavy metal birthday. Those are all the birthdays today. So cheers to all of you guys. I want to show you one of the things that I have in the war room. It is something that I brought back from, I believe this was my trip to Iraq. It is the stone-winged bull with the human head. The original is a giant carving that dates back to 710 BC, but I brought a replica, a stone replica home. You can read the label even though it's backwards. I apologize. But this is one of the guards of the gates of Babylon, I believe. Obviously, that whole region of the planet is incredibly historic. And I just thought this was really beautiful, and I wanted to bring it home. I brought back a lot of things from my trips over there because, as you know, you're walking around Iraq or Afghanistan, you kind of realize I'm probably never going to be here again. So I wanted to make sure that I brought back stuff that was going to be representative of my trips over there. So this is one of the things that I brought back. I was really worried that it was, isn't that cool? I always thought it would make a really cool tattoo. But you can see his butt. I was really afraid it was going to break coming home, but it didn't. It's really heavy, but I just love it. I thought it was really cool. You guys are going to have to Google the history of it if you feel like doing that. The stone-winged bull with human head, it dates back 710 BC, and I believe there are two of them that guard the gates of Babylon. If you guys find the link, just post it in the comments so that we can all check it out. But I just thought it was really cool. I love these kind of artifacts. I'm definitely the kind of person that when I travel, I collect masks from different countries that I go to. And I just love traveling and bringing home souvenirs that are representative of the artwork or the local craftsmanship, the different crafts, textiles, blankets. I love that stuff. I hate stupid touristy things like keychains and whatever. Although when I do travel, the one kind of tchotchke thing that I do buy is I always buy a Christmas ornament from where I go. And so when I decorate my Christmas tree around the holidays, I have all of these ornaments from all of these different trips that I've taken. But when I travel, I really love to, go into the local bazaars and markets and try to buy things that you can bring home that kind of show you. It looks like one of the ones from the Never-Ending Story. Hold on, I'm getting some human-headed winged bulls were protective genies called Shidu or Lamassu, and were in placed as guardians at certain gates. And then I can't read the rest of your comment, Joshua, because I can't expand it on my screen. But Ash, nice reference, by the Rivers of Babylon by Sublime. That's fantastic. We do the Christmas ornament thing too, says Jen. Yeah, I buy postcards and send them out all year long, says Will. Like, when you travel, it's just kind of cool to get that kind of stuff. But when I went on life-changing trips like that, Iraq, Afghanistan, when I went to South Africa, when I went to Romania a couple years ago and went to Bran Castle that inspired Dracula, I bought this really cool wooden mask in Romania. I just love stuff like that. I don't like just hanging up artwork for the sake of, artwork. I love looking at things that are handmade, that come from places that remind me of the trips that I've taken. So that is the War Room artifact for tonight. And then let me find a drink recipe for mocktails in the War Room. Let's see. We'll go over margarita recipes tomorrow night, probably in depth. Okay, a maiden's prayer, not an Iron Maiden's prayer, just a maiden's prayer, is an ounce of gin, you guys and your gin, a half an ounce of Cointreau, juice from half an orange, and juice from half a lemon. Shake the ingredients and strain into a cocktail glass and serve, and that is called a maiden's prayer out of the New American Bartender's Handbook. So there you go. Mocktails in the War Room. Thank you guys for participating. If you didn't have your drinks tonight, may the 4th be with all of you. And just a reminder, tomorrow night, of course, it's Cinco de Mayo, so we're definitely going to margarita it up tonight. So, yes, no eggs or dairy in that one, Eric. Mickey says, I wish more Americans traveled outside of America. It's definitely eye-opening. To really see what is, what the world looks like and how other people live and different cultures and languages and food and music. And I mean, if I won Powerball, I would just want to travel all the time because there are just so many places. I don't understand people that are rich that don't travel. I don't get it. If you have the money, just the food alone, going and trying new things. And I love the music and the artwork, and I love all of that stuff. So hopefully we'll be able to travel freely sometime soon. And I definitely miss being able to kind of go on adventures, even road trips. Like, I love taking like cross-country RV trips and seeing the United States. It's on my bucket list to go to all 50 states. I've talked to you guys about that in the past. I've been to 37. Alaska and Hawaii are 2 of the states I have not been to. So to be able to explore so much of the United States, but then also to be able to travel around the world, I just love doing it. So good night to everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out in the War Room tonight. Tomorrow night, 8:30, right here. Margaritas in hand for Cinco de Mayo. May the 4th be with you.